What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and I have a nice stack of black and death metal to run through here today. Finally glad to have this back on Fridays because these last couple of weeks I've had a lot of stuff going on. Of course, Red River Family Fest, and then the video talking about Red River Family Fest, but for the time being, back to business as usual on Fridays. But first, what we were listening to in the background. Incantation, Mortal Throne of Nazarene. Heavy death does not get any better than this, you guys. Okay, first record we're going to talk about is an album that just turned 25 years old this month, and of course, this is an album from probably one of the best Swedish black metal bands to have ever existed. This is Marduk with Those of the Unlight. Yeah. This was originally released in 1993 on Osmos Productions, and of course, this is the second full-length album from Marduk. This band had really made quite a statement and impact in the earliest existences of their career with the Fuck Me Jesus demo and their debut full-length Dark Endless, but it's only then would we find out what type of tricks Marduk would have up their sleeve next, and that next step was Those of the Unlight. I mean, of course, this was before Marduk started to dabble in the war-torn sort of themes that you would hear them do nowadays, but the material and songwriting and lyrics on Those of the Unlight really showed how capable of a band Marduk could truly be. I mean, darkness breeds immortality, on darkened wings, stone stands its silent vigil. I mean, there's some absolutely amazing songs on this full length, and they still hold the test of time almost 25 years later. The vocal work, the guitar playing, the riffs, the drumming. It's just an awesome record, and definitely something worthwhile for it being 25 years old. Of course, this band, I feel, would only get better and better and stronger from here, and of course, Marduk are in the position they are in today because they are so fucking awesome. I love this band so much. This album is still fantastic all these years later, but anyway, here's the front cover. Glossy jacket. This is a 2017 reissue through Osmos Productions. Love this album cover art with these dark hooded figures and the horses. It's pretty rowdy. Back cover, track listing, credits. There you see a classic Marduk logo right there. Gatefold, lyrics and credits and what have you. More glossy shit going on here. I don't know the limitation on this particular reissue, but the version I did get came on this very nice heavyweight black vinyl. Top quality stuff here, sounds good. Yeah. Of course, this band followed this album up with Opus Nocturne, and then later on albums like Nightwing, Heaven Shall Burn, We Are Gathered. Of course, my favorite Marduk album of all time, what's it called? Panzer Division Marduk. Absolutely classic Marduk record. But yeah, this album is still classic, and I definitely hail everything this band has ever done. But yeah, Marduk, Those of the Unlight, go check this one out. From Sweden, we head to the United States for a Death Doom release from last year, and honestly, I really haven't taken the fullest opportunities to truly appreciate this album, but for what it's worth, I still think it's heavy as fuck. This is Spectral Voice with Eroded Corridors of Unbeing. Yeah. 2017 release through Dark Descent Records. And of course, for those who don't know, this is the band that features members of Blood Incantation. There's a big difference between both of those respective bands. Blood Incantation plays a very elaborate, spacey sort of style of death metal, whereas Spectral Voice is a more doom-orientated death metal band. Very morbid and chaotic sort of stuff. This band really made that impact felt with their Necrotic Doom demo, their split releases with Frenolith and Blood Incantation. Of course, both of them, the Spectral Voice and Blood Incantation doing a split is fucking crazy, but this full-length album here was their big step-out moment to showcase what they were truly all about. And of course, almost a year later, I think a lot of these songs still hold up very well. Honestly, I'm more inclined to be a Blood Incantation fan than a Spectral Voice fan, but I think this album still holds up pretty well. Thresholds Beyond, Lurking Gloom, Terminal Exhalation of Being, very, very strong stuff going on here. It's a lengthy record, great riffs, great vocals. I mean, there's just a certain touch of darkness that you get when listening to Blood Incantation, and this album really does enthrall you as a listener. I'm curious to see what their next step is as a band, what type of sounds they decide to create and work with next. But whatever it is they decide to do, I'm very excited for it. I just want more of this, and of course I want more Blood Incantation. But yeah, here's the front cover. Very wild stuff on this album cover. A lot of blue and purple and white on this thing. Eroded Corridors of Unbeing on here. Back cover. Track listing. Like what it says at the bottom. To Zeet, origin of all supernatural probabilities. Very interesting gatefold here, because on one end you have this flip over piece of cardboard here, and on the other side you have a sturdy bit of a jacket with the band members. This feels like a really giant sized digifile. I don't know if you've ever seen those CD digi-sleeve things, but this really does feel like a giant cardboard digi-sleeve or whatever, but it's cool. I like it. Comes with this gigantic booklet, this big booklet with the artwork. On the back here you have the band members' credits and thanks lists, and you have lyrics for most of the tracks. They're all written in this very unreadable, obscure sort of writing, which I think is cool. It makes it unique and it makes it stand out. I know that the first press was on a bluish vinyl, and I missed out on the first press, unfortunately, on the first press color record, but I did get the first press black vinyl. Side A. Side B, which I really like, has the live photo of the band members, which is really, really sick. Great quality as to be expected from Dark Descent. But yeah, if you haven't heard Spectral Voice, I definitely would recommend checking out Eroded Corridors of Unbeing. Like I said, I still prefer Blood Incantation more, but this album still is a blast to listen to. Definitely check this band out. Okay, from Colorado we move to Wisconsin for another 2017 release. This one being from a band that embodies the spirit of ugly, bestial, Black Death war metal. This is Pig's Blood with their self-titled album, Pig's Blood. Yeah. This is released in 2017 on CD through Gods of War Productions, and this is the vinyl version put out through the very, very awesome Stygian Black Hand. Easily one of the best newer contemporary metal labels going today. When I found out that they were putting out a vinyl version of this album, I was extremely excited, and I was very curious to see how this was going to be presented and played out. But yeah. These guys are based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and this band had a really, really impressive outing upon their first exposure with their first demo, and then when they came out with their full length last year, it was absolutely fun and rowdy stuff. I mean, this is ugly, ignorant, nasty sort of Black Death metal. I mean, if you're into that bestial war metal sort of stuff, this is a band that does that sort of sound and style justice. It's tried and true, but this band makes it work, and it makes it sound badass. From listening to tracks like Misanthrope Absolute, Iron Justice, Taste the Fucking Poison, Act of Endless War, There Will Be No Law, just some seriously crazy shit going on here with these songs, these lyrics, the songwriting compositions, the riffs. This is just some very, very deadly stuff, and honestly, this band's stock deserves to grow a lot more as time goes by. I know that next year they're going to be playing that Nashville Desecration Ritual with Sargeist and Horna and a whole bunch of other crazy bands, so there's some big things coming up in this band's future. But like I said, this band's stock needs to rise. They definitely deserve to be listened to. But anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover, love this design. I like the logo. I know it has that Intoletarian-esque sort of feel going for it, but I think it looks cool with pig's blood as well. Love this collage. Very, very sick. Back cover with track listing and band members. I love these band member names. Drug Pervert Deathhammer, Infernal Scumbag, Horrible Person, Chud Overlord. So fucking badass. But yeah, it comes with a lyric sheet. Comes with this little thing here at the bottom. Honor the beauty of death, and an exit from this misery, an exit from a world unfit for life. More lyrics and credits and stuff. Very, very good shit. All filthy, violent noise. Very, very badass. And I think all copies come on a standard black vinyl. Love the center labels on this. Very, very cool. And of course you have the Stygian Black Hand logo on side B. Unification of Death. Very, very sick. Great, great quality done here by this label. But yeah, if you haven't heard Pig's Blood, and if you're into nasty, bestial war metal, this is the album for you to be checking out. So yeah, Pig's Blood, go support this band. From Wisconsin, we moved to Idaho for probably one of the better death metal records to come out in 2018. This band is quite a fascinating band to listen to, because this, because when I first heard about this band many, many years ago, I was really enthralled by their sort of style and sound and Epidemic. And when I found out they got signed to Profound Lore, I was very, very curious to see what type of next step in direction they were going to be taking. And this next step in direction they were going to be taking was an absolute barn burner of a full length. This is Infernal Coil with Within a World Forgotten. Yeah, Within a World Forgotten. Yeah. 2018 release through Profound Lore Records, and yeah, these guys are based out of Idaho, Boise, Idaho, and this band had made some very, very big impact statements within their first couple of years of their existence, with their 2016 demo, Burning Prayer of Infinite Hatred, and then the EP in which their EP was what really got me hooked on listening to this band, with Body Set and Ashen Death. Really, really killer stuff from this band, and they have been nothing short of solid ever since then with their demo and EP. But this full length takes their sound and their qualities to levels that are just out of this world. I mean, at root basis, they're death metal, but they have so much more to offer than that. They have black metal, they have noise, they have grindcore. It's just so crazy to hear all of these sounds merge and blend together so seamlessly. They make it sound so awesome, and everything about this album works. Wounds Never Close, Crusher of the Seed, Body Set in Ashen Death, In Silent Vengeance is an absolutely crazy closing track. But everything about this full-length album is phenomenal. The guitar, the riffs are just so all over the place. I love the way they sound. The vocals are fantastic. I mean, this is just some seriously crazy stuff. And I'm very, very excited to hear and see what happens with Infernal Coil next. I know they recently did some touring. I would love to see this band live and see what the fuss is all about, because I think this is well worth the time and effort to listen to. So anyway, here's the front cover. Yeah, very, very badass artwork on here. Matte finish jacket. There you see a little bit of spot gloss of the logo and the album name here. Try to get the gloss out of the way here, so you can see this album cover in its glory. Back cover, track listings, more beautiful artwork, Profound Lore Records. Comes with a fold-out lyric sheet. Yeah, more of this badass artwork going on here. And you have lyrics for all the tracks and credits. And this album has been flying off the shelves, and this came out on a multitude of vinyl variants, but I was lucky enough to score the crystal clear variant. Yeah, very high quality, clear record on this thing. Very, very good quality, sounds awesome. But yeah, if you're into very chaotic black death metal, Infernal Coil is a band to be checking out. This band has so much potential. But yeah, Within a World Forgotten by Infernal Coil, go check this band out. Alright, next up we got a couple of compilation releases, and this first compilation release I'm going to show you is of a band from the mind of the great Pete Helmkamp. This is Pourous with their self-titled release, Pourous. Yeah. This is a co-release between Hell's Headbangers and Osmos Productions, and this is a compilation release of the only two Pourous EPs to have ever come out. Cloven Hooves at the Holocaust Dawn from 2009 and Necronaut from 2011. Yeah. Very, very awesome project this was. It mainly featured Pete Helmkamp, whom of course you know from Angel Corpse, Revenge, and nowadays with Abhamin. Yeah, Jay Reed from Conqueror, Revenge, doing drums. Yeah, really, really crazy stuff. And of course, back in 2016, I have the honor and privilege of getting to see this band live. Of course, with Gene Palubicki and Ronnie Palmer playing guitar and drums respectively. Very different sort of live aesthetic than Angel Corpse, but it was very cool to see them do this live performance because Pourous is a very different band. Stylistically, musically, aesthetically, very, very different band. A lot more dissonant and chaotic riffing going on here. A lot more chaotic drumming going on with these songs. But I think all of these songs still hold up very nicely and very well. Locust Nexus, The Abyssal Sanhedrin, Disturb the Furthest Stars, absolutely great songs from some really, really great EPs that this project has put out. Pourous continue to really have made an impact with their style and their music, and these EPs are awesome. I don't know if this is really the end or it for Pourous, or if anything will ever come from this band again, but if there's more, cool. If not, I'm glad that this band went out on a high note. But anyway, here's the front cover. Love this artwork. I believe a guy by the name of Joe Craig did this artwork. He lives in Houston, by the way. He's a really cool guy. Very badass artwork on here. Back cover with the dude with the gas mask. This font that you see on all the later releases from Pete Helmkamp are very fucking cool. Gatefold with lyrics. Credits at the bottom. Very, very sick. Comes with a printed inner sleeve. Some more rowdy artwork on here. Printed inner sleeve, back cover with the band members in question. I don't know the limitations on these records. I know I have the white jacket. I think there's a black jacket that's on black vinyl, but I have the vinyl version that is black and white splatter. Very high quality black and white splatter here. Yeah, very, very sick. Really killer compilation. But yeah, if you're a fan of anything that Pete Helmkamp does, I definitely would recommend checking this release out. Definitely worth your time and attention. But yeah, Pourous, self-titled release. Check this one out. And finally, the last record I'm going to show you is a compilation of some split releases from probably one of the most famous or infamous black metal projects to ever come out of Finland. This is Satanic Warmaster with, and I have to take a deep breath for this one. We are the worms that crawl on the broken wings of an angel, a compendium of past crimes. Yeah, that's a mouthful. And that's one of those album titles that you can't really put as a hashtag on Instagram. But yeah, This is a compilation release of pretty much the vast majority of material that Satanic Warmaster did as far as splits are concerned, with the exception of a couple of splits that are omitted from this one. But yeah, pretty much split material from projects from releases like the split with Krieg, the split with Aryan Blood, the split with I think the songs from the split with Mutilation and Satanic Warmaster are on here. I could be wrong, but yeah, a lot of the songs that appeared on past splits with Satanic Warmaster are on this compilation, and a lot of these songs are really, really killer, like Satan's Race, Hold On To Your Dreams, The Chant of the Barbarian Wolves, yeah, really, really killer stuff, Where Eternity Awaits, the Majesty of Vampiric Blood. Absolutely killer songs from these from Satanic Warmaster, and it's a very cool little compilation to know what type of involvement this project would have and would soon later go on. Of course, I think the last time we had heard a split from Satanic Warmaster was that really awesome split with Archgoat. That was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed Satanic Warmaster's side of the split, but who knows what Werewolf has cooking. It's really, really great stuff. But yeah, here's a front cover, uncoated stock here. Love this picture of Werewolf with this blade or knife in hand. Very, very crazy shit. Back cover with track listings, a very, very unreadable font. There's the hand with the spikes and the Werewolf Records logo. Satanic Warmaster is Werewolf. Very, very sick. Gatefold, you got some songs. I believe there's some lyrics to some songs. There you see Mr. Werewolf himself, looking chill as fuck. And this came on two different variants, a standard black vinyl and the version that I got on clear vinyl. And there you see this is side Armageddon. And I think this is side Barbarism. Yeah, I could be wrong on that, but yeah. It's a double LP, very unreadable font, but the music itself is absolutely killer. The vinyl quality is phenomenal. I love this a lot. But yeah, if you're into Satanic Warmaster and you want to get familiarized with all of his split works, this is definitely a good way to start. We are the worms that crawl on the broken wings of an angel, a compendium of past crimes by Satanic Warmaster. Yeah, try saying that shit 5 times fast. But yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. If you happen to have heard or owned any of these releases that I showed in this video, definitely let me know what you think about it, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Army Ho out.